Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds, by birth also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, family? What is going on? Let me see what we got going on here. What's going on, all my beautiful people? Let me go ahead and get my other cousins over here on Instagram, and we're going to go ahead and get started. What's going on, family? YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. As y'all know, I multi-stream on multiple platforms, so I welcome all my cousins in the chat. Welcome to you if you are a first-timer, very first time you've heard me, seen me, etc. Hopefully you will spin the block and come back around. And while you at it, go tell a friend, okay, about Dr. Tawana Worlds, the Disruptor. Welcome back to all of my cousins that are locked in for life. I love y'all. Good to see y'all. Hope all is well with y'all mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. With that being said, I'm going to take about 60 seconds or less to ask you to kindly share this broadcast, share this live stream. I may not be for everybody, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with being for somebody, okay? I'm not here for everybody, but I am here for somebody. That somebody may be you. That somebody may be somebody that you know. So if you don't mind sharing, it helps me beat two purposes, or helps me fulfill two purposes, shall I say. First one, it's man versus machine in 2026. Okay, it's you versus the algorithm. And if the algorithm does not tell people in my news feed or my timeline, that this video is running and it's live, then they'll never be able to see it. Also, I am a truth teller. Okay, I expose a dirty little secrets, and they don't like me, and I'm cool with that. But when you tap in, when you join in on the broadcast and you share, that lets the algorithm know that you would like this content to show up in people's feeds or timeline. So either way it go, you contribute to a good cause. You contribute to helping me beat the machine, and you contribute to helping me reach the people that I am sent here on this live to reach. That being said, let me go ahead and get my screen share going, screen share on, and I am going to get straight into it. Okay, let me put this on the screen. I was about to say on the stream. Let me put this on the screen. And then I am going to cover a couple of things really quickly before I begin to, explain what this is on the screen. Hold on one second. Let me mute that. All right. So, many of you guys know that I have been in the social media streets for quite some time. I'm sorry about the glare over here on Instagram. Hopefully that fixes it a little bit better. I've been out here putting, boot to ground for about 6 years now, serving lots of people, helping lots of people, been a lot of places, did a lot of things that I never ever dreamed. Grateful to God for me being able to do that, reach the people, impact the people, transform the people that I have been able to transform. Let me scoot over a little bit like this. Hopefully that helps because it's bothering me. So I know it's probably bothering y'all, but I have been, boots to ground, literally out here thugging it out. And right before the new year came in, I had made some announcements that, I was going more private, more reserved, more in my, healing era for myself. And I don't want to deal with a whole lot of people. I've paid my dues and I don't want to, continue this year, and I don't know about the next one. We can't predict that far, but I know for the most part this year, I just want to pull the reins back a lot more. Let AI do its dang on thing. That's the reason why I teach it. That's the reason why I utilize it. That's the reason why I've implemented AI so that it frees me up to do the things that really, really, really matter to me. And so one of the things that really matter to me is speaking, empowering, impacting. I love young people, have a passion for them, and I want to do a lot more of that in this year, if it be God's will. So, a lot of me coming by here telling y'all, hey, look, this is what's going on. Hey, this is the reason why you ought to do A, B, C, D, or E. Hey, y'all ought to be looking in that direction, or maybe you should go in this direction. All of the things that I have done, over the last 6 years, um, I'm just going to be doing that in a more controlled, private setting. So, with that being said, it says 7-day countdown. Today is day 7. After these 7 days, whatever obligations, workshops, intensives, mentorships, those obligations that I have to complete, those will be completed. Okay. Those will be completed. Um, but moving forward, I'm not taking any new people into any mentorships. I'm not hosting, workshops. I'm not coming out here drilling, the drum and saying, "Hey, pay attention." I think that I have done, um, a lot. I really do. I think that I have done a lot to awaken as many people as I can, so I could walk away knowing that I fulfilled my purpose. I fulfilled my assignment. With that being said, I have some last minute offers. I'm not going to be here a long time. If you feel like you want to take advantage of any of these things before the timer, time's out, then you have every right, every opportunity to be able to do so. With that being said, let me see if I can pull it up on this end so I don't have to switch the screen. If I do, then I will, but let's see where this is at. I might just have to switch the screen. Let me go over here. I think it'd be better for me to do this. Go over some last minute opportunities, people, that will transform your life and transform your financial future. It will put you in a better position than you are now, and it will also put your family in a better position moving forward, especially with all of the things that are happening around us. Okay. That's why I was trying to really. Okay, here's some opportunities. Here they go. Here they go. I'm gonna put this one up here on the screen first, just so y'all know. Okay. Turn the camera around so y'all can see. Why is it imperative that you get as much as you can right now? Is because this right here is happening. Okay. Dollar collapse warning is happening. They started sounding the alarm way back in 2025. Now all these banks want to let you know, okay, this is from the BRICS nation, but now you have Forbes, okay, saying it's now happening. Urgent $38 trillion US dollar collapse. The dollar is collapsing. They have a new system in place. And if we are not privy or we are not, prepared, hold on, I'm going the wrong way. We'll go this way right here, okay? Bank of America, this was just last week. They are warning and issuing warnings to its customers and everybody else. Hold on, let me go back that way. We're going to go here, okay? As you can see, Bank of America delivers blunt warning on dollar's next move. We all know, if you've been around, then you know. If you have not been around, then you are now here and you know, okay? The dollar is dead. It is slowly dying out, okay? But it's already no good, honestly. And they are just preparing us, we the people, for a collapse. Very first thing that I want to go over and offer as an opportunity is, I love the headline too, because that's the realest thing ever said. You cannot get, I'm not even going to say rich. I'm not even going to say wealthy. I'm going to say you can't get overflow or abundance being cheap. You notice that has never worked for a single soul. I don't know nobody who made it and got successful, brought their family out. I don't know nobody, not one single person who absolutely did it for the free 99. I don't know one person. It's not even free to go get a job. You have to invest before you ever see a paycheck, whether that is buying the uniform, commuting, whether that is buying lunch or dinner, whatever hours you work, you have to invest, and you have to make an investment before you receive a deposit. So you ain't gonna never get out of the situation that you are in and the one that you desire to be in being cheap. That's just simple as that. If you have a problem, nature teaches us we pay for our problems to be fixed. We go to people who can fix our problems. Therefore, we pay them to fix our problems. We cannot go to not a single place and say, hey, can you help me, make a better living for free 99? You can't even go to school for free. You got to pay that back. Okay. You can't even get a stimulus for free. You got to pay that back. There is nothing that you get that is going to be of substance that is not going to cost you something. Okay. So you can get the $75,000 SBA play. It is a funding blueprint. It's step by step with templates, with the application, the declaration that is needed to go with it. Everything is absolutely done for you. Only thing that you would have to do is literally put your information in the blanks, in the placeholders. So you would just simply right where the placeholders go, Tawana Worlds. How much money are you requesting? 75,000. Some people may not want 75,000. Some people may want 10,000. So that placeholder is there so that you can borrow, okay, this money and make the most out of the money, not borrow the money to get in debt, but actually borrow the money to get out of debt. So you can borrow up to $75,000. And this may be foreign to some, like, I'm already in debt. Why would I borrow $75,000? The reason why you would borrow $75,000 is because you can take a portion of that money and go buy you a business or start you one. Either way it go, either route you take, it's going to generate you money coming back in. Okay. Also, you can take the same money that they're going to give you and at least make a year's payment up front using their own money, never ever having to use your own money. Okay. Your own money ain't even involved in anything except buying the place so you can run it. After that, it's all about their money. And there's not only the $75,000 play that is included, but there is over 30 different micro lenders and CDFI lenders that will give you funding without no documents at all. My last client just got funded off of his idea. This is what I plan on doing. This is where I plan on being in the next 3 months. And this is the reason why I need this money to help me do X, Y, and Z. And boom, just like that. He was funded. And you can be too. Multiple ways. We are in an era of time, a very critical hour where we do not have time to try to go make money. We have to make money for us. We got to have it making money for us while we're sleeping, while we're awake, while we're spending time with our families, while we're working, if that's something that you're still doing. We got to have money working for us because us working for money is not working out. And this is one way that you can literally go and get you $75,000. And you can have this money 7 to 10 business days. That is 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, 1 week, Monday through Friday, the next week. That's a total of 10 days. So in 2 weeks' time, you can have $75,000 inside of your bank account, period, point blank, without having, a business document, a credit score. Because some people say, this ain't going to bother your social security. It's not going to bother your AFDC or unemployment. It's not going to bother because this is for business. Whether you have one or you want to start one. I don't care if it's a coloring book business. Doesn't matter if it's a mentorship. Doesn't matter if it's a shoe shining business or a car detailing business or a power washing business. Doesn't matter. Or a knitting business, or an animal, educational business where you selling ebooks to help dog owners learn, or teach their dogs how to learn tricks or, commands, whatever the case may be. It does not matter. This money can be used for that. If you wanted to get into real estate, if you wanted to get into land flipping, you could use this money for a multitude of things. And after I paid them back, at least 6 months to a year using a money, and then went and bought me either a piece of property or bought me a business that was already booming. A vending machine business will make you about $3,000 to $5,000 every single month. You only buy a vending machine for like $9,000, $10,000. Have a service provider stock it if you're not going to be the one to stock it, and just let that thing be. While you are off doing your thing, you are making money. And the vending machine will bring you in $3,000 to $5,000 every single month. So you can take $10,000, get a vending machine. You can go buy a laundromat. When I say buy a business, say the business is being sold for $80,000. You don't have to put $80,000 down up front. They do seller financing. Give me, $8,000 down, 10%. And then make monthly payments out of the sales that the business is already generating. You can do that too. So many different ways. So not only can you use this information and apply it to your own life, you can also sell this information. It's a digital product. You don't got to ship it to nobody. You ain't got to worry about nobody saying that they didn't get it. It lives in a digital space. It could be shared a million different times. The person that buys it from you can also start selling it. This is a way to get some passive income. If you didn't do anything else but sell this $75,000 play, you can make the money to pay them back after the year. Okay, I can't tell you what to do with your money, but it's one thing I will say. You can pay them up in advance using their money for a year and then start selling the play for however much you want to sell it for. You just can't sell it for lesser than $97. But this would change our lives. Literally. If I didn't have to go dig, for the receipts of how many people we have changed their lives. Let me see if I can go pull it up right here real quick. I'll just probably get off a topic doing so, but we didn't been doing this. Not only can you get the play and run the play for yourself, I'm going to just stick to the script. Not only can you get the play and run the play for somebody else, you can also sell the play and let them go run the play by themselves. Okay, you can start a side hustle. I know how to run the play. Let me run the play for you for 10% of what I'm going to get you approved for. You get them approved for $75,000. That's $7,500 from that $75,000. And the same information that you learn, you can now tell them what to do with the money. You can go easily buy you a duplex, a triplex, Birmingham, Alabama, like cities that are privy to real estate, low rates. Okay, because they ain't caught up with the rest of the world. They not on California and New York and Chicago and Texas type of time. You can still go buy you a duplex or a triplex for $40,000. That bad boy renting at $1,600, $1,800 a month. 16 times 3, 16, 32, 48, $4,800 a month. You already seeing your revenue coming back. If you only want to rent 2 of them and live in one, you didn't got rid of your rent expense and still making passive income. Okay, you still doing $3,200 a month and you living in one. Or if you got children or family members you want to put up, you don't have to live in one. You can be living where you live and rent those out. That's passive income. And you can use their money to put you in a better position. I want to bring up something really quickly. I was doing some research and looking over a documentary. And I realized that all 7 billionaires, they were melanated billionaires in the slave days. Madam C.J. Walker was one of them. Okay. And then it was 4 other ones. But what they all had in common was they all went and bought land. Greenwood, Boley, Oklahoma, that started with people buying property and then putting other Black business owners on game that, hey, you can come and rent a booth over here or rent a building on my street or whatever. But it all started with land. They all became billionaires by investing in land. And we don't know the blueprint, so we can't follow the blueprint. But history tells us, since they want to use this as Black history, you ought to be learning. What did they do to overcome? How was Black Wall Street started? How was Rosewood started? How did Madam C.J. Walker get her footing in there? We need to, it's not just history for visualization or to be awe-smitten. Oh, wow. No, it's for you to learn the playbook. Success leave clues. Your big mama and big daddy didn't tell you how to play the rules. They didn't tell you that. But history is telling you. This is how they became billionaires. Mansa Musa. How did he become the wealthiest man, literally, that ever existed? So much so, outside of Solomon, okay? He was the wealthiest melanated man because all he did was bought gold and passed out gold. Success leaves clues. A lot of the things that we don't have, they had. We still got access to these things, but a lot of the things that they started with, we have them readily available, but we don't possess them. We don't possess them. And whatever possesses you, whatever you possess, possesses you. Okay? If all you got is cash, they clearly telling everybody that the dollar is going to collapse. I don't know why everybody is not moving like an ant. I don't know why everybody is not, going to go get some here, over there, over there, over there. Come get some with me. That's what the ants do. Hey, this load is too heavy. I need to call for backup. Then you got 100 ants following behind, lifting one piece of bread to take back to the colony. They working in unison. They ain't fighting, talking about, no, man, I got this bread first. This is mine, bro. You trying to sneak me. No, they not doing that. They are working together, and then they don't complain about how tired it is, how heavy it is. They work because they know that wintertime is coming, and when wintertime comes, they cannot work. So they are diligently working in unison. In unison. And everybody should be on that type of time. If they telling us that the dollar is going to collapse, Bank of America is not the only person. Donald Trump has said it out of his mouth. He is the sitting president. Said it out of his mouth. Many other financial advisors, many other wealthy men and women have all said, China ain't even buying securities from over here no more. No, we don't want, and securities are like investment opportunities. You give me a security of this much because I know in 5 years, 6 years, I'm going to make that much. Man, the dollar is worth doo-doo. That's why you should be out here by any means necessary. One thing that has kept us back from going to go get resources is credit. That's why we don't have it. And now you have a play right before you to say no credit check, because they don't do no credit check. And no, they eliminate, excuses. No income documents. What are you going to do with this money? What do you want to do with this money? And as long as you say that you're going to help employ people, you're going to help solve a problem. If you're going to help solve, homelessness, you're going to help eradicate low income. You're going to help young people stay out of jail or stay, from the streets, or young women stay from being pregnant at an early age. Whatever it is, I'm just using some examples. Doesn't have to be any of those. I'm going to start a transportation business to help elderly people get around. In a rural area, there's not a bus, in this certain city that I was raised up in. There has never been public transportation. I want to start a little van, a shuttle, whatever the case may be. This is the money to be able to go do it. Why? Because those things will start generating you money now every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. And now you won't have to work like an elephant and eat like an ant, trying to work to just survive. Okay? So that's the first one. It is a $97 play. $97 can turn into $9,700 for you. $97 can turn into $36,000 for you. $97 can turn into $75,000 for you. What an amazing exchange. I would be pawning my TV if I had to. I don't got no money. And you got a play that'll actually allow me to get something. Even if they don't give me the whole $75K, they're going to give me something. Okay, bet. I will pawn my TV. Doesn't matter. I would bake me some cookies. Run me some tacos. You understand me? Sell me 10 plates for $10 and I got $97. I would use whatever resource that I have available within my means to make me $97. Next thing is, and you can have that money in 2 weeks? Are you serious? Next play we got is the 250,000 SBA play. Now this is fully loaded. Okay, I'll just tell you right now, $250,000 guaranteed. It's a play. It's not directions. It's a play. This is, well, I'm going to say it is direction. It's not, informational where you just sit and be like, oh, okay, cool. That was a pretty cool, bit of information. No, this is action taking information, transformation information. You can have this money in your account 30 days from now. 30 days from now. It tells you not only how to go get the money, okay? It tells you also how to multiply it. And last but never least, it tells you how to protect it. Everything inside of this blueprint is going to show you how to get the bag, how to flip that bag, and how to protect that bag. You're going to get it from them. You're going to do one of the plays that I just told you. Take that money to make you make more money. You're going to protect it by putting, a trust. It's going to help you walk through a trust. The right kind of trust you should set up so you can put that money in there so that there is no ties back to you. It doesn't fall on you as a personal. Okay. Now the trust is in control of the money, but you are the managing member of the trust. So you get to spend the money because the trust is not a human being. It's a corporation. It's an entity, but it is not a physical human being that can actually write checks, that can actually cash checks, that can actually make decisions on what purchases, etc. It is not that type of human being, so it needs a human being to operate it. But this is how you become like the Rockefellers. This is how you become like the Donald Trumps, the Warren Buffetts. This is how you become like the Tyler Perrys. This is how you become like the Young Jeezys and everybody else who have made these moves, these wealth moves to secure their assets. Ain't nobody just out here buying houses and buying land for no reason. No, we're going to protect our assets. We're going to protect them. We're going to insure them, okay? Burn them down this time if you want to. We fully insured. We're going to get all that back and some. You understand me? Then it ain't going to be tied or linked to me. It is fully loaded. It not only shows you how to get the 250K one time, it shows you how to get it multiple times. It shows you how to run a play that is super duper sweet. Okay. And now you're able to literally get up to $1 million in funding. It shows you how to strategically build your business credit so that you can go back and rinse, wash, and repeat this process over and over and over again. Literally. Okay. The 250K is guaranteed. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about whether you're going to get it or not. All you got to do is execute the information. And like I said, with the $75,000 play, you now have a tool and a resource to help other people make money. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Everybody wants to know how to get more money, even the people who got a lot of it. Big, wealthy investors, they love making money. And they love investing into opportunities that will make them money. They don't have their money sitting in no banks because they know their money's not growing. And that is not benefiting them if their money is not growing. So they love, love, love to lend it out. Why? Because by them lending it out, it's going to give them interest, which is going to make them money. Any wealthy man or woman will tell you They love giving out money. They love doing investment deals. So a lot of these other, outside of the SBA, a lot of these other lenders that you get access to, they love investing money. They don't care about giving you 50,000. They don't care about giving you 75,000 because they're gonna get interest back. But see, when you're dealing with the disruptor, no, we're gonna shorten that interest. How much interest you gonna get back from me? You give me $100,000, I'm gonna pay you $50,000 back of the $100,000. Why? Because half of the loan is paid off. Now, if I want to get 300, 500,000, I'm credible for it because I've already paid back half of the loan. So I instantly can get an upgrade just by doing that. The other 50, I'm gonna take and I'm going to go invest in me some real estate. Real estate is something that ain't gonna never go away. Everybody's gonna have a need to be able to, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to have somewhere to live. They're gonna want to have somewhere to work. They want to have a place, you know, to treat emergency patients. They're gonna want to have a place to train and work out. Real estate is always gonna be needed. 100%. 100%. So now you have something in your hand that actually will help people get in a better position financially. And I'm going to say this, especially when it comes to melanated people. We are always the first ones to get hit. Just think about this. We don't have none of the possessions that will actually preserve us or safeguard us. If that dollar was to collapse tomorrow, you would have something that is of no value. I don't care if you had 10,000 of it in the bank. It would be non-valuable. 10,000 non-valuable, non-usable, anything you can do with that. You couldn't do anything with that, but just have paper. That's all money is paper currency, fiat currency. So that's all that you would have. If I don't have enough money from my 9 to 5 or me waiting on the government to send me money and I can't get my foot out of the hole where I'm actually knowing that I need to go get something else that will help and preserve my family. If I know that, then why am I'm not doing something different that will generate me more money that is needed for me to go take those things. That way I don't even have to dig into my resources that I'm getting, whether from my 9 to 5 or wherever means I'm getting my money from. A lot of us are in dangerous territory. I'm going to just keep it 1,000%. We are in dangerous territory. Our whole entire house is built on one income. That means if that one income is gone, removed, you lose it. Okay, you stop getting it, can no longer qualify for the benefits of it. Your whole house go down. And that is not being a responsible human being, especially if you got people depending on you. Neither is that being a responsible parent. Neither is that being a responsible just a man or a woman. If you give somebody that much power to control whether you eat, whether you stay warm, whether you have clothing, whether you can drink pure water, if you give somebody that much control over your life, then they can decide whether you get to eat or drink or sleep or buy or wear. They get to decide that. And a lot of these things are already happening, literally. That's why you see the crazy amount of homelessness. Everybody that is homeless is not on drugs. They just can't afford to live anymore. They was one income short from being homeless, and they lost that income. They stopped receiving that income. The income is no longer there. So they rent that was dependent upon that income, their lights that was dependent upon that income, their car payment that was dependent upon that income, their internet access that was dependent upon that income, their cellular service that was dependent upon that income, their food that was dependent upon that income. Okay, their basic necessities and toiletries, that was dependent upon that income, and whatever other expenditures, insurance, that was dependent upon that income. Okay, I just listed 8, and that ain't even all on one income. That is dangerous. You one paycheck from being just absolutely poor. You're one paycheck from being just absolutely homeless, absolutely broke, absolutely butt out. Okay? One paycheck. While you have the means, while you have the ability to use this paper, you ought to be converting it at every given opportunity. Hey, I only got 200. Let me take 100 and let me learn how to make this 100 into 75,000. And then let me flip that. Let me flip that. There's all kind of loans. There is all kind of loans. Let me see if I can look this one up for y'all real quick. Hold on. Because I want y'all to see. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen over here real quick. You can take this money that I'm just literally putting you on to, okay, and go get you one of these loans. They give you 85%, okay, for multifamily, not single family. So this is duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, okay? These are for 5 to 30 unit apartments and mixed use. These loans are only used for these type of properties, okay? Debt service coverage ratio. They only want you to put 20% down. They pay, well, 15 to 20%, okay? I'm going to just say 20%. They pay 80 to 85% of the loan. So you only paying 20,000, okay, off of a $100,000 complex. You pay 20,000. Where would you get the $20,000 from? I just showed you the play. Now you got a property that you didn't have to go build. You didn't even have to go fill. Okay, it's already filled with the tenants. You take over as owner of the property. This is where you're going to get the money from. And you can literally have this money in 30 days guaranteed. You also get alternative underwriters. You also get micro lenders, other micro lenders. The application, the scripts, and the templates are done for you. You get the whole entire application walk through step by step. You can't miss. It was put together on purpose for you to be able to get $250,000. Not only that, how to, protect your money. Go set up you a trust, how to build you business credit so that you can now just do this over and over and over and over again. You can turn right back around and go to the SBA and say, I need $2 million for this new project. Now I'm going to go and buy some more units. I'm going to go build some more units. And now you just got multiple streams of passive income coming in every single month. And you keep on using their money to pay them back. Okay. You go get a bigger loan, $2 million loan. Now you can pay the rest of the $250,000 back. Boom. That's done. Oh, would you like to borrow some more? I'm glad you asked. And would. Now I'm going to take that new money that you just let me borrow, and I'm going to go rinse, wash, and repeat the same thing. Okay. For my $2 million property, I'm going to be able to pay off the other second loan I just got. Okay. And just keep on rinsing, washing, and repeating. Literally. Now my property is making more than $1 million a year. It's making $3 million a year. I can go pay that $2 million back in full. I can go take equity out of that, out of either of my properties. So it's a win-win situation for me because I started with nothing. I didn't have any money to start with. And now I've leveraged their money to make me more money. And not only leverage their money to make me more money, I played the same game. Okay. You can't take my property for me. I can't foreclose on this property. Something ever happens. You can't come back, you know what I'm saying, and get this property from me. Why? Because I don't own the property. The trust owns the property. The trust is a corporation. So if you take a loss, you just got to write it off as a loss. But you cannot recover or recompensate or reconfiscate my stuff. I don't control it. I mean, I don't own it. I control it. Simple as that. You cannot, just like you cannot take a business from an S corp. Certain different categories when you play in this game gives you, backing so that certain things don't happen. My business go bankrupt? No. You can't come and repossess my furniture, my vehicles. I purchase any. You can't do that. Okay. It's learning to play the game the smarter way. That's it, and that's all. So you can get access to this $250,000 funding blueprint using the SBA, using the play that is broken down in this strategy, in this framework. Everything is pretty much done for you. You just got to execute. If we put it in our name, then we get to spend your money. Okay? If we put it in our name, we get to spend it. You can actually do it. Once you learn how to do it once, guess what? You know how to do it 100 times. And now you can charge people what you want. This is another big deal about becoming your own funding company. I know how to get $250,000 in funding. I know the process because I went through the process. I know how long it's going to take. Okay. I know exactly how they're going to wire it. So now I'm going to be putting other people on. Hey, I can get you approved for a $250K loan with a minimum credit score of a 540, because that's the credit score you need for this $250K. If you got a minimum credit score of 540, you can have this. If you don't, you can go ahead and tweak, do something to your credit so fast that it gets you that score. If you got medical bills, this is a play on the medical bills. If you got medical bills reporting on your consumer report, your credit report, you can go and put those in dispute. What happens when they go in dispute? They stop showing up. Your points come back. Okay. So you can boost your score to get you a 540 like that. You don't need a 600, a 700, 540, and they will give you the funding. Okay. You can get the whole entire play. It is like a course style because it's also education that keeps on paying you after you run the play. Trust me. One of the most valuablest plays that I have ever offered is a $250K SBA play. Straight up. Because there's a lot of things you can do with it. Okay. It's $197 to get your pretty fingers on this play and change your financial future. $97 for the 75K play. $197 is $100 more for the 250K play. Let me go on to the next Couple of ones, and then I'm gonna jump out y'all here, okay? Let me go down. All right, so I'm offering the government contracting, okay? The full rundown, full course of the government contracting. How you get started in government contracting, because many people don't know every business, Meta, Instagram, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, all of them then got a government contract. Elon Musk, right in December of 2025. Let me go see how much his contract was. Okay, we thinking that they over here billionaires because they didn't work hard. No, they got money from the government, and you can too. And this is the realest way to build generational wealth. Straight up, this is one of the fastest ways to build generational wealth. Sell it back to the government. Whatever we buy, they buy. Sell it to the government. I don't care what it is. If you can go pick up them some notebooks, sell it to the government. If you can go pick up them some bread, sell it to the government. Some tuna, sell it to the government. Some weave, sell it to the government. Some eyelashes, shoes, underwear, socks, bras, panties, pencils, grease stoppers. It don't matter. Right? Elon Musk in December of 2025 received a $38 billion in government contracts and loans. Guess where they got it from? Huh? Guess where they got that loan from? Can anybody take a guess? From the same place that I just told you about to play, SBA. Government contracts from the government, loans from the SBA, the government, okay, subsidiaries from the government. All of it came from the government. And where did the government get the money from? You and I. Tax dollars. Okay? Tax dollars. You can go do the same thing and create you and your family generational wealth. Go ahead. So I'm offering the government contracting course that you can literally, okay, jump straight up into. Go get you some of that government cheese, real talk, because they got it available. And the way that this course is created and set up is to guarantee that you will get a government contract in as little as 2 weeks from starting the course to 90 days. You will receive your first contract from 2 weeks to 90 days of taking this course. Okay? Don't matter if you have any experience. We eradicate all of that. I don't know if y'all know, but the government buys credit repair. One of the biggest things that I'm constantly pushing. They also buy consultants. Okay? If you can help people learn how to do the SBA application and help the government give more money to small businesses or aspiring small businesses, then guess what? They will pay you. They will pay you. Let me just show you real quick so you don't think I'm just telling you a story of pulling your foot. No, why would I do that? We're sleeping on all the ways to make money. Meanwhile, we're looking dumb and asking, how can we make more money? Let's see how much they paying for financial consultants. Let's see. And I'm going to share my screen with y'all so y'all can see it too. $611-710. Let me stop the share real quick. 611710. Six one one seven one zero. Come on, don't do that. Okay, let me see. 611710. Okay, so it tells me here. I'm gonna blow it up so y'all can see it. I had to go put in that NACE code right here. Educational supportive services. I'm showing people in underprivileged, impoverished, low income communities how to start a business and do business with the government. They will pay me for that under this code, which is a stream of income. So let's see how much money they are paying for me to go and teach other minorities how to do business with the government. Okay. Now, as you can see here, this is for educational services, a consultant. I asked them to look for contracts that has been awarded in 2026 or ends in 2026, 2025, and 2024. Okay. Now, go back up here, move that up like that. Let me try to move that down a little bit. Okay. This is the prime award number. This is the name of the business or the individual who won the contract. Okay. This is how much that contract was. Okay. They got $18 billion for consulting. $18 billion for consulting. Award description, operation of Lawrence Livermore Laboratory. This is a definitive contract. Okay. They write from Oakland, California. I ain't even mad at y'all. Okay. Primary place of performance, they're going to go to Livermore, California. Okay. It fell under a disaster emergency fund code, which I tell y'all all the time. Whenever you get into disaster emergency, the money triples, if not quadruples. Okay. Was there any money obligations for COVID? Nope. COVID outlay? Nope. Infrastructure? No. Building? Nope. Awarding agency, Department of Energy. Department of Energy awarded this, and they awarded this contract October 27th, 1999. Okay. And the work ended on September 30th, 2007. Okay. 8 years for 18 billion with a B, $1 billion for just consulting. Okay. This contract was won in 2009, January 31st, 2009. It ends March 31st of 2027. Almost 20 years. Department of Energy, they like to spend a lot of money. Okay, that did include some infrastructure in New Jersey. But let's see how much this one was for. Management and operating contract for the operations of the Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory. This was for $930,576,505 for consulting. You can come here and get a contract for barber, hair beautician, CBD, clothes, boutique, coloring books, credit. Okay. Let me show you how much money they paying for credit. All right. Let me grab the code. All right. If you a credit bureau, the credit bureaus get government contracts. This is crazy work. I'm gonna stop it so y'all can see. The credit bureaus. They get government contracts to keep us in debt. Ain't that something? Take our tax paying dollars and use it against us. Okay. So I came here and I typed in credit. I want the NAICS code because that's going to tell me how much they paying people for credit. Am I international secondary market or all other non-depository credit intermediation? Nope. Do I issue credit cards? Nope. Am I a credit bureau? Commercial credit reporting bureaus get contracts? Wow. Real estate credit? Nope. Credit union, other activities related to credit intermediation, money order issuance? Nope. All other plastic product manufacturing? If I make credit cards, direct property, investigation and personal background check, consumer lending, personal credit institution, all other professional, scientific, and technical services. Nope. All other personal services. Credit card notification service, an example, loss or stolen card reporting. Nope. Am I a commercial printing, collection agency? Nope. Direct life insurance carrier? No. I am right here, all other professional, scientific, and technical services, because I just provide credit to consumers. And it's more so educational, how to get out of debt, how to leverage debt, okay, how to pay down your debt, how to erase and dispute. I'm just a credit consumer counseling service. So I'm going to take this code 541990. Stop the share there and we're going to go look and see how much money they paying. 541990 is the code. Let's come back over here and let's see how much money they paying. 541990. I'm going to take this code out of here and I'm going to type in 541990. Okay. It says the same thing, professional, scientific, and technical services. That's the one I want because that's the code I'm going under. Boom. And then I'm going to hit submit. And we're going to see how much money they're giving for credit repair services, counseling. Make this a little bigger, okay? I could have took off educational services because I don't want that on there. Hold on. Let me take off the other one. It says it's up here. Okay. So now we're going to look at how much money they're giving. And another thing I want y'all to pay attention to is, do you see several names popping up here multiple times, like Lockheed and Martin? These are the ones who make missiles and war defense, artillery, machine guns, submarine. Lockheed and Martin. They came here and got them a contract, okay, for $2 billion. It turned right back around and got them another contract for $1 billion. Then they came on down here and got them another contract for $1 billion. And then came down here and got them another contract for $1 billion. Lockheed and Martin. Oops, I didn't want to go there. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's just do 2026 and 2025. Now let me come down here. I think that was, what was that? 541990. 541990. And this was just for credit repair. Okay. See, Lockheed Martin Corp. Northrop Grumman Systems, Firmi Research, Lockheed Martin Corp. Okay, Lockheed, like a lot of these contracts, this is in a credit consultation. Now they make missiles, but they know if our NACE codes say that we can take one in credit counseling, we'll take one in credit counseling. Because you can take as many contracts as you want to. If I'm a daycare provider, I'm not just a daycare provider. I also offer education because I'm teaching them. That's a stream of income. I also offer nutrition because I'm feeding them. That's a stream of income. I also offer, like, intermediate counseling. If a mother and a father is divorced and the mother drops the kid off, father picks the kid up. Okay, I'm acting as an intermediate counselor between the two, keep the peace for the child. Okay, if I'm taking them on field trips, that's transportation. That's 4 streams of income from one business. So you can go and get as many. If I know how to cut grass, I just go build me a capability statement, say I cut grass. If I know how to do hair, the prison bureau will bring me in and pay me a $50,000 contract to come into the prisons and show them how to braid hair, basically braid hair. If I'm teaching y'all AI, the prison systems, the library systems, the governmental building, the IRS, the Social Security, the welfare department will bring me in and teach them how to use ChatGPT and pay me a lot of money. I could say, I am an AI consultant that is certified, and I charge my regular B2B, business to business clients $3,500 for 45 minutes. I am going to charge you, okay? I'm going to charge you $5,000 for 45 minutes. And then if you'd like me to come back every month or every so often, we can sign a retainer. I can get a contract for $150,000 while I show up every, month or every 2 months, teaching them a new tool. Hey, y'all want to learn Gamma today? Cool. Y'all want to learn video editing today? Cool. This is how you use AI to save you time and money. They hire for that. Okay. Let's see how big these contracts is just for credit. This is a $29 billion contract. That is a $15 billion contract, a $10 billion contract. Let's just scroll over here. Okay. This is for Memorial Institute, Pacific Northwest Laboratory, Design, Development, Test, and Evaluation of Project Orion. I need to go see what the hell that is. Okay. But this is a definitive contract, long term. See how long. Those are those disaster emergency fund codes. That's why they billions of dollars. COVID, at least got to have 6 million going out to COVID obligations. Okay. Infrastructure, they needed something built. $152 million got to go to the infrastructure. Department of Energy again. Okay. This contract started September 15, 1978. This is a 48-year contract. This is where that real generational wealth come in. Okay, I'm gonna stop. We can be here all day, all night. I can show you where to get money from your backyard without ever going after those billion, trillion-dollar contracts. I can show you how to get $250,000, 500,000 right out your own backyard, right in your own city, your own state, your own municipality. There is a lot of federal money available, government money available. You can become a community bank in your community where everybody in small business come and get funding from you that the government will give to you to fund them. And you become a CDFI lender. So many ways to play this game. So I am offering this course, okay? It doesn't matter if you have experience or not. It's going to walk you from start to scratch. I mean, from scratch to scale. I don't know why I said start to scratch. From scratch, bottom line, I don't know nothing about government contracting, to scale. Now I done won contracts. I'm winning contracts. You get all of the contract websites where you need to be, where they have hot and fresh contracts and don't make it to mainstream certifications, how to get more money by being certified, how to actually go and get money outside of government contracting just because you a certified woman-owned business, certified veteran-owned business, certified minority-owned business, okay? If you a minority and you a woman and you a small business, that's 3 certifications. Those bad boys pay you dollars from the government, okay? How to subcontract, how to get on somebody else's contract and win. You don't just have to do primary contracts, okay? How to find teams to do the work and you just operate the payroll. So you collect money just for paying people they check. Okay? All kind of contracts you can get. You can get a contract for medical courier, for non-CDL, Sprinter van, box trucks. Then you just take your little behind over there to Indeed and post a post or make a job description. Hey, I'm looking for 10 people that got a 16-foot box truck or whatever the case may be. Okay? Got to have a lift on it. I have work for you. I'm paying you $25 an hour. Then they come and do the work and you are getting paid millions of dollars to make sure they get paid. They doing the work, you're not. But the part that you play in the government contract is making sure they get paid for the work that you're not doing. That is called the middleman strategy. You learn all about that, okay? You turn contracts into predictable income. I don't care whatever type of currency they're going to put on the block. Guess who's going to get paid? It's a contract. You cannot void or null a contract because the currency changed. You will own the United States. And guess who they're not letting you own? Guess who is not letting somebody own anything? The United States. No, the corporation of the United States is not allowing anybody to own the corporation of the United States. This is where you can stop depending on a job, retire yourself. I'm going to give 4 people access to my $5,000 course for $497, one-time payment of $497. Okay. I don't care if you just wanted to get a bunch of people together and say, look, $97 for a workshop I'm hosting on the weekend. And you just let the videos play in there. You go over it's already done for you, literally. Only thing you have to do is execute. I have taken out all of the ins and outs, the humps and the bumps. I've stepped on the landmine so you don't have to, okay? Get you straight from A to Z. That's the place you want to be. And while you are going from A to Z, then we got some other stuff. Hey, go get you 25,000 from over here. Hey, go get you 75,000 from over here, okay? In the meantime, in between time. This is information you ain't never been exposed to, information you ain't never had access to. So we have the government contracting. It's a mentorship, but the course is fully done for you. Of course, you have support. You have a community. Okay. You're not doing this thing by yourself. This is not something where you just go by and you just on your own. No, you need to know. You need a mentor to tell you how to do it, what to do, etc. Okay. And I'm almost done. Let me see what I'm looking like on the time. If you guys want any of those opportunities, okay, I have on this timer, this is a 7-day countdown. In 7 days, all of these opportunities you will not see again. The only way that you will get access to me is either in my community group, okay, that I am giving access to others outside of Facebook, outside of YouTube, okay. Y'all are my cousins over here. Those are clients. Two totally different people. They're going to pay me what I want to be paid. And ain't nobody going to be able to control that outcome. So you can get in, okay, to get access to me, but you're going to pay me exactly what I want you to pay me. And then you're going to pay me every single month. Or you can go ahead and get the game over here before I close it all down. Every single day, I'm going to offer a different opportunity until the 7 days are gone. So what I offered yesterday, I'm not offering over here today. What I'm offering today, I'm not going to be offering tomorrow. When I take the video down and delete it, we're done. Okay? Nobody wanted those opportunities. Let's keep it moving. These will either go back into my mastermind where you will pay me $25,000 to work with me for a whole entire year, or they will go into my community where you will pay me on a monthly subscription basis. And it will not just be all readily available for you to go in there and get. It will literally be dripped. We're going over this first, then over that first, and then over that first. But that is going to be a space predominantly for my clients. Why? Because I came over here first to my cousins. I came over here first before I even gave it to the clients. So now if you want to be a client and not a cousin, then you can join me, but you're going to pay me every single month. Just so we clear. These are live only opportunities. So if you don't catch them with two hands, you don't catch them at all. That's just the name of the game, okay? You can sit here until your eyeballs fall out. That's just the name of the game. We have the AI automations and systems. I'm going to stop here. I think I have one more that I may mention, but AI automations and systems mentorship. This is where I show you how to make you at least 10 to 20, I'm going to say 10K minimum, that you can make as much as you want to. I've showed you guys receipts, $150,000 months, working with AI automations and systems. This is the business that stays open 24/7. You create it once, you get paid forever, and then you automate it. So you never, ever have to come back over and redo something, refix something. Let me put my 2 pennies in. No, you automate the whole entire process. Literally, okay? You automate the whole entire process. You use AI to create you multiple income streams. Let me break down what that looks like. If I'm an author, which I am an author, I want to tell my story. I'm going to start with a trailer, which is an ebook. Any movie come out, they put a trailer out first. They know if grand opening day or the first day that the movie play, if it's going to be sold out. They already calculate, okay, we got this many ticket sales. We need to make this many ticket sales in order to hit our revenue goal. Okay, so they put a trailer out to see who's definitely going to be piqued to go. And when I say pique, meaning pique their interest to go and say, oh, I definitely got to see this on day number one. I don't care what's going on. I'm going to be there. So as an author, I create an ebook. That's a trailer to my book. That's one stream of income. Then I create a book. Okay. That's 2 streams of income. And then I host an event. That's 3 streams of income where I meet you in person. It's a book signing event. We have some type of event. I help other people do whatever the case may be. That's 3 streams of income from just one niche as an author. Then I create a community, a monthly reoccurring subscription community for people that want to know how to tell their story, people that want to gather with other people that tell stories, etc. Then I create a mastermind. I'm on 5 streams of income. And then I create a yearly retreat. I'm on 6 streams of income. Okay? From one niche. that's making multiple streams of income, and AI will help me do every single last one of those. Help me work smarter and not harder. Okay. I automate my content delivery. If I want to go make videos and I don't want to get on camera and don't want to show my face, I don't have to. I don't have to. I can go make user-generated content, UGC content, and go post it on TikTok Shop. I can take whatever is trended on TikTok right now that people are making the most money from, and I can go copy their URL right at the top and go put it in one AI machine and say, now recreate me a video exactly like this with this same exact product. I go upload my video, okay, on my TikTok Shop, add my link for that product, and now I'm getting sales, streaming income from that. And I'm not in the video. My voice is not in the video. I don't have the product. I don't know what the product is. I just use AI to start making me money. I created it once and I'm going to get paid forever. Okay. We're going to learn how to build systems that replace employees. You can now have a one-man business with AI. You don't need to have this over here, content creator, a copywriter, a marketing. No. AI will do all of the above by itself. You can become $1 million empire just by yourself. Okay? So build systems that replace employees. I'm going to give you all the juice and the sauce. Turn contracts into economic income, empowerment, impact. You can take this AI automations and systems, what I'm going to teach you, and turn it around and sell it back to the government. I just talked about that when I went over the government contracts. They buy AI. Every business going to have to use it. And there is not enough businesses that know how to use it. Why? Because there's not enough business owners teaching it. That's why people stepping into this industry or this space just teaching how to create AI images, how to create photo shoots, how to create websites using AI, how to create presentations using AI, how to create AI agents that will answer your phone, that will be your little chat bot on your website, that'll make sure no customer, on your answer machine never goes unanswered. You can create AI agents. You're going to get all of that inside of this AI automations and systems mentorship. I'm only going to let 3 or 4 inside of this mentorship. Why? Because in the beginning, I said that I am retiring myself to go on and do other endeavors. That is the whole reason why we have the countdown going on. This is your money call. If you don't know, this is it, okay? This is your money call. If you want to come, then come on, my friends. And if you don't, then I'll holler. Hasta la vista. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to share one more. And then, like I said, if you want any of those opportunities that I just went over, here is your final chance. Yes, I say 7-day countdown, but I am not going over the items or the products or services that I have went over on day 7, day 6, day 5. They're going to all be mixed up, okay? And this is your opportunity to be able to get any of the ones that I have shared here with you guys on today. I'm only going to do a one-time intensive. It's a 3-day intensive, okay? I'm going to show you how to go from being a public citizen to a private entity. How to live your life as a sovereign. How to safeguard that CPS and no other government official will ever be able to come in and snatch your children from you. Okay? How to protect your assets. How to build a tax-free trust. How to go and get your possessions that are owed to you. Okay? Now that you are a private entity, okay, a private entity and not a public citizen, now you have different type of rights, different plays, different, opportunities available to you. Now you can go back and collect inheritances and different things of that sort, okay? This is how you live as a sovereign. Simple as that. This is where the courts, all of that stuff. No. You learn so much information. I'm going to give you all the information you need to file to become a sovereign, okay? To become a private citizen. I noticed ever since the other day when I mentioned it, like the views have been real raunchy, okay? Just skinny. I noticed when I went live on the last live, which was yesterday, it was literally one or two people popping in and out, popping in and out, popping in and out. This is the information they don't want y'all to know, but this is the information that will liberate you and your family. And when they came for me, they came for the wrong one. So there was an overwhelming amount of emails and all kind of stuff that came, okay? Text messages, emails. Dr. T, I missed the opportunity. You only said 5. Am I too late? And I had to tell them, you're too late. Spots are full, but I am going to open it up for 3 people, 3 more people, okay? If you know somebody, if you know a friend, a cousin, a child, it does not matter. We all should know this information, but I'm not giving all this information to everybody. I was not instructed. I don't feel led to do that, okay, at all. I'm going to share with a small group of people, give you access to connections that will change your life, allow you to have your own private reserve account, a PRA, instead of a bank account. How to go get back all the money that you put into the bank. So say in 2025, you put in $15,000 into the bank. How to get a reposit, not a deposit. Give me all 15,000 of that back. You're going to fill out the documents. Money will come back to your account. You fill out the proper documentation. This is stuff that we don't know about. Okay? This is how we live tax-free. This is how we live as kings upon the earth, the way it was intended to be. That's why this stuff is hidden. That's why it is a secret, because they don't want you to know. So this is a 3-day intensive where I am going to cover a plethora of things, but most importantly, how to take back your life and how to safeguard your family, preserve your family, protect your assets and your wealth. They can't come and take nothing from you, okay? They can't come confiscate nothing from you. This is where you start paying your bills with paper, and I'm not talking about fiat currency. I'm going to just be quiet right there because I got to check in my spirit, okay? This is stuff they don't want you to know. But I am going to, in my going away, I'm going to give a small handful of people this game and this information so that you and your family's life may be transformed forever. Forever, okay? It is not... Since I almost slipped and said it, okay, I'm going to go ahead and honor the $97 for you to attend that intensive. It is only 3 spots available, okay? Only 3. And that's on a first come, first serve basis. I don't care. I know I'm going to delete this video. These videos will be for those that really are live and present, okay? You here, you active, you ready to go now. Because I'm going to take down the videos for sure. As a protection mechanism for them not coming for me, okay? As well as a execution mechanism for those who are tired of being where they at and they know that this is my way out and I'm going to go with this woman because I know her, okay? I trust her, or whatever the case may be. This is your opportunity. It's only 3 spots. So just real quick, I'm here like literally 3 minutes to run through what I offer today. If you want anything that I'm about to go over, it's now or never. Number 1, if you want the $75,000 SBA play, no credit check, no income verification, okay? Monies can be deposited into your account in the next 2 weeks Everything is already did for you. You just need to fill in the blanks, put in your information. Simple as that. Submit it and wait for them to go ahead and put the money into your account. You're going to sign it, of course. That's going to be the step before they deposit the money into your account. But that goes really, really fast. From the time they receive your application to the time they actually say, okay, we're going to approve you for this much. You must sign your documentation. Okay, maybe 24 to 48 hours after you submit the application. And then the monies will be deposited into your account. I'm going to let 5 of y'all get that access to that $75,000 no doc, no income, no credit check play for $97. Next one I offer was a $250,000 guaranteed in 30 days. Okay, SBA play with a bunch of other micro lenders, etc. The whole step by step, how to build your trust, how to build business credit, how to rinse, wash, and repeat this, where to go to the other lenders that are waiting for you, the whole 9 yards. Okay, $197 for the $250K guaranteed. Do you know we can get in trouble for saying guaranteed, and it ain't guaranteed? It's guaranteed. You can't say that unless you 100. It's in writing. It's guaranteed. Okay, $197 for the $250K play. All you need is a minimum of 540 credit score. Same thing. You ain't got to have no business documents, any of that. Okay, at all. You start from zero, from ground zero, and have $250,000 inside of your bank account so that you can make some real wealthy moves, not boss moves, wealth moves. Okay. That is $197. I also went over government contracting. You can go ahead and get that whole course and land you a government contract within 2 weeks of starting this course and community. And not just on a federal level, there's money that's available to you on a state level. We're going to show you how to get the most, the maximum, the billions of dollars for disaster recovery. Okay, picking up some tree branches can make you $1 million, literally. Delivering some water pallets, and like I said, you do not have to do the work. I am going to give, how many did I say? I'm going to give 4 or 5 of y'all. Okay, 4 or 5 of y'all access to the gov money, A through Z, to get that government cheese. And like I said, you can win you a contract 2 weeks to 90 days of taking this course. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. You can get access to that government contracting for $497. I also offer the AI automations and systems where you will literally create it one time, get paid from it forever, automate the whole entire process, guaranteed to make $10,000 minimum every single month. Okay. I also offer that mentorship for $497. And last but never least, it is the 3-day wealth and trust intensive, where I'm going to show you how to become sovereign, how to go get your money back. Instead of you depositing money, you get now reposits. Okay. How to live your life as a sovereign, how to get a trust, build it, how to fund it with IUL insurance policies, how to protect your wealth, how to actually set up the structure, how to put LLCs, land all of your children inside of the trust. Okay. Remove all ownership or responsibilities from you as a person and put it into a trust. Where to go get your money back, from estates, lost property that belongs to you, the whole entire 9 yards. Okay. Whole entire 9 yards. I ain't going to go too deep into that because I am live, but I'm going to say these are the opportunities. That is a 3-day intensive, to be correct. Okay. That is a 3-day intensive. It's going to be fully loaded. I'm going to give you a bunch of wealth generating services are either places you can go to generate, accumulate a lot of wealth. Okay. We're going to have a funding frenzy while we're online. You can get funded while we are online. I'm going to be dropping that game. Okay. I'm also going to give you connections to those who will establish you a Rockefeller or a Waterfall Trust, those that will help you with the insurance policies and start them. Two different insurance policies that will pay you that you can borrow against. Okay. I can go get $1 million insurance policy. And then within 30 days, say I need to borrow 100,000. Not from the front end of it, but from the back end of it. If I got $1 million policy and I need to borrow 100,000, that's gonna leave me with 900,000 when I pass away, and I'm cool with that. Okay, I'm gonna take that 100,000 and then I'm gonna go make me some money at the end of the day. So you get all of that included inside. You get the templates, you get the e-file, how to file, you get the whole 9 yards. Okay, it is $97 and I only have space for 3 more people. With that being said, any questions for me? This is going to be the only day that I am going to actually offer these opportunities. You see, it's a 7-day countdown for a reason. All of this stuff goes away in 7 days. Only the obligations that I am being obligated to, whether it's a mentorship, an intensive, a workshop, I'm going to fulfill those, but it will be more so private reserve. I am looking to only work with certain clients, okay, on a one-on-one basis. I'm moving more into that space. And then the only other place you will be able to contact me or spend some time with me, shall I say, is going to be inside of my reoccurring monthly community. Okay. Outside of that, these pages, these channel, I don't care if it's YouTube. I have multiple YouTubes. Okay. But I don't care if it's this YouTube or if it's the other one that I'm streaming to live right now. The majority of the videos that I have posted will be removed. Okay, I will have my assistant removing all of the videos. That way, later on down the line, hey, Dr. T, I seen you. Nope, you will not. You will not be able to do that because I will not be obligated to fulfill your request. Send your money back, all of that stuff. You will not even be able to send it. 7 days, and on tomorrow or whatever other day I go back live on for day number 6 of the countdown, these opportunities won't be available. So if there are no questions, okay, and nobody looking to get put in a better financial position, then my time is up. Instagram family, y'all already know. Y'all can't see the information. Let me put it over here on the screen. I almost forgot about that. This is contact information. You can only contact me if you purchase something, and then in the time that I allotted in the details, you have not received it. You can reach out to me. We can check and see if it went to the spam or whatever the case may be. Okay. If you have questions outside of here and you want to email, then that's the email on the screen. But the payment platforms are there as well. Okay. On the screen as well as in the description of this video, whether you are viewing over here on YouTube or Facebook. You guys are not able to see the information, unfortunately. Even if I turn it around, it will be like flipped. So you would be reading backwards. Just go ahead and hit the DM, friends, and I will send you this email, this information, payment information to your DM. Okay, I will only honor that about maybe 45 minutes to 1 hour after this broadcast end, which is going to end now. I love you. If ain't nobody told you that, Dr. T loves you. Okay, 7 days. Tomorrow will be day 6. And then your girl is going into retirement, partial retirement, more private retirement. Okay, I'm done. Over, out, we're finished. Okay. These pages, again, like I said, I have AI, I have automation. So if I want to post content, just keep the pages alive. Some of my business pages are connected, so I have to do it for that. But as far as me being live, I said it in December, then, everything under the sun start trying to pop out and had to go handle this, handle that, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-wah. Okay, but it is what it is, and I am officially putting a timer on it, a countdown, and today is day number 7. So day number 6, any opportunity that I offered here on day number 7 live will not be available any other day. It's now or never. That being said, love y'all and see y'all when I see you.